The slideshow details construction of this interior wall to the garage and the lining and painting of it, and the development of my work to get to this stage, with the baseboards round the edge and the island section in the middle with the proposed return loops. The fiddle yard that was the only piece I salvaged from Avondale Road as a part of the layout, that is, as opposed to pieces of track. And I'm currently starting to lay the floor vinyl as the roadbed, arranging the changes in level required for the different thicknesses. The office chair there is modified for an extra bit of height to allow me to sit and operate my railway from an elevated position, and the height of the baseboard is fixed by how high I am when I'm ducking my head underneath to work from underneath in a sitting position. The track plan I'm proposing is something I've developed over a period of time. I don't know how well it will show up on this shot here, but the up and the down lines going round the outside in parallel, and the second two sets of blind sidings in the station feeding the reverse loop only to give an out and back facility. I'm just hoping I can get the trains to run nice and smoothly through the point work, which is yet to be tested. And the only train I've run at all yet is just a little camera truck that works, but only just to give me a driver's point of view from the track work. I've got the 5 parallel tracks here which form the crossover network on the station approach, and the station here which is 8 platform faces, 4 of which are terminating and 4 of which are through on the 2 main. I've yet to identify how useful the pipe work is underneath the bench for containing my wiring. On previous occasions my wiring looks a bit like spaghetti, but I'm hopeful that I can try and keep it a little more contained this time. Time will tell. And the reversing loops on this side. Till next time. I'm just discovering the few faults I've made while I'm connecting up these point motors. So I've just energised this bit of track, and replaced 2 switches and rewired 1 switch or 1 rail connection, and there's a problem straight away. Try another siding, check that I've wired up the switches right. I'll put a little bit of, there's a problem there on the track somewhere, isn't there? Stop there in both directions. Needs some attention. but I've got reasonably good slow speed running most places, so I'm very pleased. place most of these points, and since I've got plenty of space I don't have to worry about where to put them. The only criteria I used was leaving the maximum amount of pre-placed track in position. So I had to put a couple of short little extensions between the crossovers to fill in the gaps, but that wasn't difficult. But I'm remodelling the section up here, which is currently all accessed from one line. I'm going to split that section of sidings into two and access the right hand section from the right hand line. So I'm going to redo all of that, and it means there's going to be a whole lot of points going in this section, and I've got to consider where I'm going to put the point motors, which is likely to be difficult because I've got a stud underneath the board there that is going to get in the way. However, I'll use the same criteria I use generally, which is I put my points where I need to get nice smooth flowing track work, and cut through any studs that I need to underneath to make room for the point motors and linkages. So that's the next job to do on this section here.